Intent right now? What are you trying to achieve right now?
We are trying to get the army to step up
Step up to do what?
their job.
What do you see as
So
their
we
job?
have evidence of our government being of a treasonous nature. We have evidence, okay, that the jabs are cardiotoxic in nature. Now, because the jabs are cardiotoxic in nature and our government coerced every man, woman and child on the planet, they have violated what's called the Nuremberg Code.
Right.
You guys don't get taught on the Nuremberg Code. These old guys, they know about it.
Yeah, but I can imagine what you're talking about is a little bit above their level. You're talking government level
So
here, aren't you?
whose level is it we go to?
So have you gone to the government?
We've gone everywhere.
Okay, and what have they told you?
You're all complicit. None of you want to check the evidence.
So no. What have the government told you? Not what you think. What have the government told you?
That the jams are safe.
Okay. So where are you going now? I can't see how any of these people here can help you.
Well, I'll remind you, if anybody dons a uniform, okay, and they turn a blind eye to evidence, they are aiding and abetting.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's. Do you practice law?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, you practice law,
Yes.
not just a copper.
Well, we have to learn the law. That's
Well,
what we
in
have to-
Debo, yeah, but you're not practicing law.
Well, we practice every day because we have held the law.
That's not what practicing law means.
Okay,
So you don't practice law.
So enlighten me.
Okay, so again, I just made you aware, these jabs are cardiotoxic.
Okay.
When the government coerced the civil population to take them, they violated Geneva Convention and Nuremberg Code.
But that's gone through statute. So that's a statute law.
Okay, which is, what law is statute law?
So statute law is law. That's passed by the
What
government
law?
as law.
Is it common law?
No.
Is it military law?
No.
So
it's
what
not.
law is
So
it?
statute law precedes common law.
In your opinion?
No, absolutely in statute.
Not true. You're referring to admiral law,
No, I'm talking statute law.
which is admiral law.
Like statute law. It's
Well,
gone
again,
through the statute.
You are not correct. Admiral law is what you guys are operating on. All the acts and statutes is what's called an admiral basis of law.
So
Now these guys, our government, okay, when they violated the Geneva Convention, you think that your admiral law is above it, which tells me that you obviously don't practice.
it's not my admiral law, it's statute law. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So if these people here don't do what is your intention?
If they don't do what we do, they can be arrested.
No, not by you, they can't.
Again, that's your opinion. I arrested a copper last year.
Yeah.
And when I say this to the police, do you know what they say? You can't arrest a police officer.
You can't.
Well, again, that's your opinion.
Okay, because we're here and available, and if we suspected an offence has been
If
committed...
you are incompetent in your ability...
You cannot use common law to arrest anybody...
I know, what do you want about common law? I can arrest you under 24A
Yes,
pace.
common law.
Police and criminal evidence...
As a common law person, you are not warranted, okay? And the only reasons you can do that, if there's not an available police officer, plenty of us here, okay? Or there's a potential loss or damage of evidence, which there isn't, okay, because you have the evidence. If there's any injury to anybody else, myself, these people, there isn't. Okay, so you
think you're above the law then? Yeah?
You have no grounds of arrest, is what
Well,
I'm telling
we'll
you.
see, we'll see,
Okay,
we'll see.
and if you do try and arrest them, you'll be committing a criminal offence. Okay?
Well, again,
and you
when I-
will be arrested.
Well, again, you guys will
Okay.
arrest me and then we'll go to court.
Absolutely, that is
Absolutely,
the process.
that's the process.
That's the
I'm fully
process.
aware.
I'm just
and
warning you now.
then you will have to answer to a jury.
Absolutely, and I'm quite happy to do that.
Good.
But what I want you to make you absolutely aware of is that if you put hands on anybody here today, you will be arrested.
Okay, that's fine, and then we go to court.
Absolutely.
All right then. All right then.
So, are you going to move, or are you going to stay here and?
Are we going to get interactions from Mum? Nothing?
It is not their place to resolve the issues that you're looking for, as the court pointed out. We were at Tiverton.
Okay, well, let's go and speak to Nick out there, because Nick is a lawyer.
Which one is Nick?
Do you want to come in?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we can.
So they're not doing anything, boys and girls. They're not doing anything. This gentleman tells us that we haven't got powers of arrest when the police are there. 'Cause-
You know?
Well, is that true, Nick, or what? Sorry?
Well, I actually think
Well, they-
the military should be arresting the police for willfully and deliberately suppressing information that would have prevented
how it works.
further death, harm and injury.
That's
Because
how-
your chief constable, Scott Chilton, who was
That's not
also...
That's not our chief
Well, you're Wiltshire, aren't you? So Olivia Pinkley from Hampshire and Scott Chilton from Dorset. Right? They were there. They were served notice on the 11th of the 1st, 2022. There were 2,000 deaths of 1.3 million adverts on the government website on the Yellow Card scheme. The police have willfully and deliberately suppressed information that would have prevented further death, harm and injury. I have a video from a police officer in Police Scotland stating that his force, Police Scotland, were given a directive by Deputy Chief Constable Alan Spears in 2022 not to take any evidence or listen to anyone from the public that was trying to prevent evidence.
Okay, and how do you think these people here are going to help that?
Arrest you for not doing your job.
It's not
Is
me
that what
you're
you're here
talking
for
about.
today, though? Because I'm getting confused. Because Dale said you're here for one thing, and you said you're here for us
Have
to
you-
get
have-
arrested.
Right, we've provided, okay, let me ask you a
Which,
question, let me ask you
you know.
this. We've provided you with all the evidence showing that this is a gene-edited bioweapon that is killing,
You
harming and
provided that to
maiming.
the government.
We've provided it to every chief constable
Okay.
throughout the UK. Every chief constable was given a military cease and desist at the beginning of 2021.
Okay.
Right, they've been continually
But-
served and given notice and a unilateral contract from Alfred Law.
Which chief constable? So the two that you have mentioned are not our chief constable.
Every chief constable.
So which chief
within
constable
the
for
United-
Wiltshire Police would that have been at that time?
I wasn't doing.
Because
I
that
wasn't
will be
doing
in
military.
relation to that chief constable,
Right.
and not this current chief constable.
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
my
Yeah,
understanding.
but what they've done is
So
they've
you were
moved
going to
them all
say it's
around.
irrelevant, weren't you?
What I was going to say is Scott Chilton was in Dorset. He was then moved to Hampshire.
Yeah.
Then Amanda Pearson was then moved from Hammersmith to close the national crime number down on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, and then was moved to Dorset. So
Okay.
they've moved
So
each
what's
other
that
around.
got to do with Wiltshire
Well,
Police,
so they
though?
don't take any liability for when they're time.
There's no reverse
But-
liability.
That's
But
what
I'm
we
just,
need to-
I'm just getting confused
No,
because
because
you're
what-
saying it's in relation to us. In relation to us is Wiltshire Police.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, we work for Wiltshire Police.
Okay.
I can't speak on behalf
Well,
of the
I'll
other
ju-
forces because I've never worked
Okay,
with
well,
them.
I've just asked your
So I'm
colleague.
just trying to
Okay.
get that understanding. What is it in relation to Wiltshire Police that you were trying to do?
The fact that you have willfully and deliberately suppressed information that would have prevented further death, harm and
Yes.
injury
Right.
to
But we
to
haven't got
the
that
people.
information is what
Right,
I'm
okay, so
saying to you.
so you don't know that 32 residents in a care home in Salisbury were murdered with the gene editing bioweapon. There was only 42 patients in that care home. You're not aware of that. You're not aware of all the
No.
elderly that have
If
been
you've
killed
got the
with
evidence to
dozen.
show us,
We have
Why
presented
don't you
all
phone
the
them up?
evidence.
It's gone to our superiors, sir.
Yeah.
So you've raised it to where you can.
Who
So I
have
don't
been-
understand why
who
you're
have
here
been
now.
who have been put on notice.
Okay, they may have been put on
Right.
notice, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything to us.
There's a thing called Nuremberg. Do you remember that?
Yes?
Okay. What was their excuse? We just followed our orders.
Just following orders.
Yeah, absolutely. But you have no power of arrest. They do not have power of arrest over us today. You do not have power of arrest over them or us today.
Actually, I do.
Okay, explain to me how.
Okay, it's simple. It's section 24A of PACE.
Okay, what does that say?
Okay, well, basically, it gives me the right to arrest you if I think that you have committed a crime.
Absolutely. And what is the necessity? I'll have to ask you.
Well, knowing that you have been been put on notice,
That's not enough.
and then
That's-
I would bring in a senior officer
There's-
if I were to arrest you.
You have
Is
willfully.
your, let me
That's not
finish.
Yes.
Let me finish.
That's not
Okay.
necessity.
Your necessity on 24A, you have to have necessity to arrest as a civilian. One of those is there's not a police officer available. There is plenty of us available here. Two, loss or damage to any evidence. There is none of that because you have none of that for us today. Okay. Three,
You took
is
it on
anybody
Monday.
going
You
to
took it on
be? Is
Monday.
anybody going to be injured? No. Are you going to be injured?
Yes,
No, because
if
we are
you're
not.
involved.
We are not looking to injure you. So what I will say to you, if
Really?
any of your
Why do
people
you have
listen to me,
weapons?
listen to
Sorry,
me.
why
Listen
do
to
you
me,
have
because that
weapons?
is our
That might-
PPE.
Sorry,
This is what a
we're not
conversation
going
is,
to
a
injure
two-way
you.
thing.
Why do you have weapons?
Police are authorised to
An
carry
electronic
personal protective
torture
equipment.
device.
Listen
on
to
you.
me.
Why do you have that?
Let me make this very clear to
Right.
everybody and the cameras. If anybody lays any hands on them thinking you can arrest them, you will be arrested for assault police or assault. Okay? It's as simple as that.
It works both ways,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, it does.
You're not a bugler and you don't work under the colour
No,
of law.
but we absolutely,
When we,
absolutely.
Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm not.
Well, I am.
Okay, well,
And
I've just explained to you
I've
the law.
never lost a case
Okay.
in court against
You need to
Hampshire
calm-
Police,
calm-
Dorset
calm
Police,
yourself down.
or anyone else.
Calm yourself
if you
down.
think you know better
Okay,
than me,
okay,
you
well, calm
don't.
yourself down.
It takes you only 6 months to do your training. It takes a hairdresser 2
Okay.
years. Right?
Listen,
Look at the
I
state
am
of
telling you how
and
we
all
are
of a
applying
sudden you've learned the
24A.
law.
24A,
Right?
you
Don't-
need the necessity,
don't.
okay?
Don't
I've explained
even
it to
go
you,
there.
Okay? So
Don't
if
even
you lay hands on
speak anymore.
anybody, okay, you will be arrested.
By who?
By myself.
Go on then.
Okay, lay your hands on me and you will be arrested.
Stop.
And if you lay
Okay.
your hands on me, right, I have a number of witnesses that
You
are filming this.
absolutely do.
As
We
are
are filming
you.
as well.
I
We
Ah,
are
but
filming
those
as
go
well.
easy, don't they?
No.
Right,
Yes,
okay,
they
can I ask you a
do.
question?
I've won 2
Right,
cases
the
where you've
necessity.
suppressed evidence.
Yes, but not me personally.
Not
sir.
you
I will
personally,
say that.
your
You're
gang.
accusing me of something
Suppressed
that I have
Your
not
information
done.
gang.
that would have prevented further death, harm and injury, which is malfeasance in public office, misconduct
Fucking
in
bunch
public
of
office.
criminals.
You are
Right.
enough.
Right?
You are,
Never
we
put on a
asked.
case against me at
That's
all.
not enough.
Piece of shit.
Right, so now that I've
Your
informed
necessity
you,
is not there for
You've been
arrest.
put
that-
on notice.
I have not been put on
He
notice.
just informed
okay?
you.
Listen, you do not have the necessity to arrest. I want to make that very clear.
it is
Okay?
my lawful right, as legally affirmed in section 24A of the Police and Law Evidence Act 1984, that if I believe a crime has been committed, I can make it.
Okay, under
There is
those
a crime.
provisos, you need
Have
the
you
necessity.
digested the information?
You want reasonable
I
answers.
looked at it, I read through
Your
it.
attestation,
All of us have read through it.
And
affirmation.
What you're talking about today is not what you were talking to me
attestation,
about
yes.
on Monday. What you're talking to me about Monday
Absolutely.
is child
Absolutely.
abuse.
And
I,
everybody
I,
gets
no, that was the other guy. I was telling
Let me ask you
you
a
about
question. Why have
violations
you
of
got
Geneva
force
Convention and Newman
on your
Bond.
But you
arm and
weren't
not
telling me
police?
what violations.
Because
I
that's
All you
just
say
told
is
you.
the
not.
Geneva Convention.
Because you've been weaponised against the people and you've
That's
refused.
your opinion.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah, but that's
Otherwise,
all
why
you're saying
haven't
is
you
the
made a
Geneva
public
Convention.
That's all I
announcement
need.
alerting everyone to the
Because
fact
it's a
that the
massive thing.
hospitals
You
were
need to
empty
tell me
Right,
what
okay,
specific
okay.
part.
Do you know the
and they're
Newman
now
Code?
full.
Our
All the
government have
hospitals
violated
declared state of
every
emergency
single
in
one.
2022.
Right.
The military
So do you know
stepped in,
all of
Where's
them?
the
were
evidence?
driving
Jesus, we
the
give it to you
ambulances.
Monday, man. Do you want to see it on my phone? We've got the evidence.
We're currently under the Department of Defence rule of
We give it to you
law
Monday.
2015.
We have
We're in a
export
conflict.
testimony.
And they have every
We're
right
not
to go on the
experts.
streets and
We
defend
have
us.
blood
because you're
work,
not
we
doing
have
your job.
forensic
You have
report,
rightly
we
raised
have
that
it
with the
all.
government.
All of
sir.
that wasn't.
I have,
So what you're doing
right,
here-
the
No, I know, we
government, the
don't have to
belligerent,
wait.
our
There
But
was
see,
belligerent
this is what it
government,
means. So the
our
evidence that you're
belligerent
saying is not in
government
there. So
rolled
how are we
out
supposed to
a
work on it if
gene
we don't have the
editing
evidence?
bioweapon.
So
All
if you are
governments
refusing to give us evidence,
around the
I
planet,
cannot do my job.
across the
So if you're
planet.
telling me I'm not
All
doing my
of
job,
them.
I can't because you're not
Major
giving me the
General,
evidence.
listen
Is
to
what I'm
this.
saying.
Major General William Walker stated on the third Monday of 2021, January, Martin Luther King Day, we're here to provide the smooth transition of military power. Weeks later, 9 of the 11 heads of the Pentagon have retired. We're in a conflict, we're in a war. And all we've ever tried to do is come to you in a compassionate way, in a loving way, for your children, your brothers, your sisters, and present you with the evidence, do your job for you. You have failed us
The thing
miserably.
is, when you present information and it doesn't result in conviction, that doesn't mean there's corruption. It just means it could mean a variety of things, like there isn't enough evidence to quantify.
Is there
what
enough
is
Right,
evidence?
there is-
You've got to be
there's-
kidding me.
there
Where
is-
does that then become?
Because the Surgeon General of Florida has declared this a gene-edited bioweapon.
And that was handed in
The Terrorism Act 2000, Section 114, states a deployment of a bioweapon is a terror attack.
So you
We
were
are under a terrorist
alleging terrorist acts.
100%.
100%.
Garrison guards.
On
And I will show
every-
you every evidence. I'll stand in any military court and I will
Do you
present all
have
the
the evidence
evidence.
with you right now?
Yeah.
So
I
that
will
we can
present
review it.
all the evidence.
You have the
We
evidence.
give it to you
with
Monday.
Let me explain.
But you didn't.
Hammersmith had a national crime number.
I
Right?
know, but what
Right.
you're telling me
They had a
is
national.
different forces
Right.
that we have nothing to do with.
Right, you
so
are
how am I supposed to act
you
on all
are
of that evidence?
all under the
Different force?
directive. You are all under the directives of the executives from the City of London, which is a foreign overseas registered
No,
corporation.
I work for Wiltshire
100%.
Police. I work for Wiltshire
Your
Police, so I don't work
directives,
for anyone
your
else.
directives are issued by the Metropolitan Police, and they have Metropolitan Police and the Ministry of Defence Police have complete authority because their role is to protect the royals, the crown.
Right.
They have
But that's got
jurisdiction
nothing
over
to do
every.
with Wiltshire Police.
It's
is what I'm
everything to
saying.
do with every single.
I'm saying you are
force.
Why are
quoting
you
stuff at
doing
me.
this?
Well, the thing is, you're all talking over us. We stand and listen. So again,
You're not
your
listening.
colleague was going to interrupt. The conversation is a two-way street.
Do you know, because we've
You
been doing
talk, I
this for 4
listen.
years.
I talk, you listen.
I know.
Is how a
We've
conversation
been doing
goes.
this for 4
But
years.
it doesn't matter. This is the
Do
first
you
time
care
you've
about
met
the people?
yourself.
Do you care about the people dying in hospitals right
Of
now?
course, they care about
Every
everyone.
day because we care about the people.
This is
Really?
why we
That's
joined
why
our
we
job.
do this job.
You're quoting me about Hampshire Police, Met Police.
So why
You've
have-
never actually
so
told me
your
anything about
colleagues-
Wiltshire Police,
right, your
sir, to be
colleagues,
honest with
your
you.
colleagues
But you're not
have
listening
been
to me,
injured by the
so-
bioweapon, correct? I know for a fact because I've been arrested 4 times and I've sat in front of police officers interviewing me who said that they've got they're immune compromised because
And who are
they.
those officers? Can you name them?
And
So that we can get the evidence from them?
yeah, acting inspector, who is now an inspector, Hampton, collar number 1510.
From Wiltshire?
He's from
1510 is a colleague that I work for and he's a police officer.
He's from Dorset.
Okay, but I can't speak to them because that's not about Wiltshire, so tell me one about Wiltshire that you said.
Right. I've worked with Hampshire and Dorset.
Yeah, but that's you're in Wiltshire.
I'm talking about Thames Valley Police, I'm talking about Metropolitan Police.
Okay.
Right? You can't compartmentalise it because all you're doing is you're admitting.
But what you're saying is I'm not
that you're
compartmentalising
low-rangers.
it. What I'm saying
When
is the evidence
you've
that
lied
so
to
you
the
were
deceased.
talking over me, so I will talk over
Right,
you
okay, go
because
on.
I will treat
Go on
you how
then.
you're treating me. Okay? So you are saying every bit of evidence that you told me, which is just word of mouth at the minute.
No.
Okay, so that is hearsay. Okay, is about different forces, okay, and different people in different forces. Unless you can
When did
present
you turn it
evidence,
to a force and not the
unless
police?
you can present
When did you
evidence
take
to me
police off
about
of your
Wiltshire
arm?
Police, okay,
You've been weaponised
then I'm not going
against
to
the
look. I'm not going to look into
You
it
have
because
been
you're not
weaponised
presenting evidence. All
against
you're
the
doing is
police.
talking at me.
That says force.
If you're
Dorset Police Headquarters took the word police.
So that was submitted to you on Monday, wasn't it?
Took
No.
police out of its force.
None of the names or
That's
any
not all the court
evidence
documents.
with regards to Wiltshire
Not
Police
subjective.
was submitted. And you've also said that they didn't accept the evidence. Am I right? On your Facebook post, which they have shown me, they have seen it. So you said, just for recording, that they refused to take the evidence in that. Yeah, but you've admitted as well that they took the evidence.
you're alleging,
Who did?
You said that you presented
Not
the
the Royal
evidence on
Welsh.
Monday.
Not the Royal Welsh.
You were here.
Can
You
you,
weren't at
can
the
you play
Royal
that?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because the Royal Welsh
Can you listen to this
failed.
video?
They didn't fail. You were here. You weren't at the Royal Welsh.
We went to the Royal Welsh first.
This is a police officer from Police Scotland admitting
You went to VCP1. That's not the Royal Welsh. The Royal Welsh is over there, and you know that.
Alan
You know I was based here.
Spears
Yes, I told
was
you. Told
given
me
a
your story on
directive
Monday.
to
So what you said, I didn't go to the Royal Welsh
not to
Monday.
investigate or take
You
any
bet?
actions
Yeah.
pertaining
How much?
to the damage and the injuries coming from the bioweapon.
Mum,
I'm not worth that much money.
Listen,
I am just
you
saying
can
you are talking at me, okay, and I'm presenting you, okay, with also my evidence of what you did on Monday, okay. So you're presenting me your evidence, I'm allowed to present you my evidence, okay. So he is filming, don't worry.
I know.
So the evidence was handed over to them on Monday. You then put a
What was
post
it?
out
What-
saying that
what
they refused to accept it.
because this is not
okay?
the Royal Welsh.
And that is a lie, because they did accept it.
The Royal
But
Welsh
then you're
didn't.
bringing the Royal Welsh, and you never went round to the Royal Welsh. You came here to VCP2.
We were at the Royal Welsh before we came here.
That was VCP1.
No.
That's what everyone told me on
This is-
Monday.
Well,
This
again,
is-
you
this is-
haven't done your due diligence.
This
Simple.
is VCP1. This
This
is
is
VCP1.
VCP2.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
So,
We were at gate
so you
4.
stand corrected because I did
I
go.
don't stand corrected. I
well-
actually said you went to VCP1.
No, we were at gate
We
And
went,
then you
I
came
went,
to
listen, I haven't been
VCP2.
here for years, okay? We went to the Royal Welsh. I seen the RSM, I seen the adjutant, and they ran away.
Who you filmed was not a Royal Welsh.
With a hat
The
on.
photo that you put on was not a Royal Welsh.
I'm fully aware of that.
So why are you saying that they're Royal Welsh then? Because that's a
No,
lie.
no. I
That's
said
a
that the
lie.
RSM and the adjutant ran away.
No, you
For the
said
ninth-
all of them refused to provide it.
Okay, we'll
So,
see. Go on, look.
I'm just saying.
It's on
that's
my
what I saw
Facebook.
on Monday.
Well,
I've seen your
obviously,
Facebook post. I've seen
well,
your
I'm
Facebook
going to
post.
remind you because you're obviously confused.
That's fine. You can do that.
I'm about to. Okay, so we have video evidence of the RSM and adjutant of the Royal Welsh refusing evidence today.
Right.
Okay,
He
happy
didn't
so far.
repeat- He gathered the evidence from you.
That wasn't the RSM from the Royal Welsh for the 19th time. That was
You
this
were
guy.
saying, yeah, but you were saying that photo is the same guy, right? And that is the same guy who took the evidence from you.
Right, because
I'm
you're not
saying
very
you-
smart, I'm just going to give it to you in layman's terms.
Don't talk to me like that. That's rude.
Well,
Because I'm
she's accusing me. She's
I'm not
accusing
accusing
me.
you.
You
I'm
literally
telling you the
misunderstanding.
and you're
I'm telling
wrong.
you the evidence that I
Wait,
saw
show
on
me the
Monday.
evidence.
Well, show me your evidence.
I'm just about
It
to
works both ways.
before rudely interrupted. I was
It
literally
works
doing
both
that.
ways.
But the thing is, you're not prepared to. We've been presenting the evidence
You're not,
for the
you're
last
just
4
telling
years.
us.
Yeah, but you should
And I
know
haven't
this.
seen
You're
it for 4
please.
years.
Do you know there's an 8,200% increase in the death rate of 10 to 14-year-olds from January 2021 to March 2022? That's an 8,000%.
What's causing that?
Right,
What's causing
You tell
that?
me.
this is a government
We know.
document from the Centre
know.
for Disease Control, issued in 2020 to all the medical fraternities. Page 17 of this document outlines all the adverse reactions from making medicines and bioweapons.
Okay, so that is the
Right.
adverse reaction.
On the government website,
Yeah.
right, on the government website, On the 29th of November 2021, they stated that myocarditis was an adverse reaction
Yes.
to this gene editing bioweapon.
Okay.
Right, the hospitals are now full of people because we're treating people, even a nurse has come to us to be treated for myocarditis.
Right.
She's had 5 of these weapons.
So where is your evidence for that?
Where's the evidence?
Everything you've just said is subjective.
You're quoting it,
It's
Andy.
not subjective,
No
right?
evidence
Here, this was issued in 2020. Right,
Rishi Sunak's live on TV. That's
page 17,
Where's your evidence?
from the trials,
It's like
all the adverse reactions.
Sorry, I'm just going to figure it.
Guillain-Barre syndrome, acute disseminated encephalitis, transference, convulsions, seizures, strokes, narcolepsy, anaphylaxis, acute
That's a list of potential
myocarditis.
symptoms, yeah.
No,
you
the-
can get on the back of a
Right,
medical
I've got a
pharmaceutical packet.
50,000 page document from Pfizer
Well, where is
with
that?
all the clinical trials. That was handed in to Hampshire Police.
Okay, but that's what I mean. Where we don't have it.
Well, what I'm saying though is the issue is you're pulling up documents and you're saying,
Yeah.
look at this.
Because
and
you've
also look at
refused
this.
for 4
You're
years to
making
look at anything.
correlations that are based on your opinion.
No, they're not on
They're
an
not
opinion.
evidence
They're not
which
on an
can be used
opinion.
to form.
Right, okay,
Right.
I stood in York, right, and I reached out to the military, the police and the National Health Service, and I used Lieutenant Colonel Lee Merritt's statistics, who's an orthopaedic surgeon in the US military, and she stated that in a 31-year period there had only ever been 319 cases of myocarditis. Have you got that? 390 for 31 years. From the January of 2021 to the September of 2021, when they started the rollout of the jabs within the US military, there was an increase of 1,113 cases in that period of myocarditis. And I said to the military, to the police, and to the medical services, if this is replicated here, this will be a national security threat. Go forward to December 2022, a year later, Bournemouth Hospital and 10 other hospitals declare a state of emergency. The military have to step in and drive the ambulances. What more evidence do you want? And why aren't you doing your job and investigating it like you should be, protecting us? Your oath, your attestation, your affirmation is to protect us and the people, and you failed. And the military should be arresting you for willfully and deliberately suppressing information that would have prevented further death, harm and injury. That's the truth. And we need the military on the street, because we are under the Department of Defence rule of war. We have been. Major General William Walker stood in front of the Ring-Fence Corporation of Washington DC on the 3rd Monday of January 2021, and he stated, "We're here to provide the smooth transition of military power." Then weeks later, 9 and 11 heads of the Pentagon were removed from office. We're in a war, we're in a conflict, and you failed us. That's the truth.
I appreciate
And is that
you're
what
very
you're here
passionate.
for then?
Very passionate. Every single day for the last year and a half, I'm healing
If you don't
people.
agree with me, it doesn't mean that
You don't have to
we
agree
are
with me.
being
All you've ever had to do is do your job. And when this is pulled down and the media is taken down and everyone hears the truth, you're all going to be arrested. You're going to have to be removed because you're a hazard to the people. That's the truth.
You can't digest simple information. I've got proof right here, right now, that these jabs are
No,
cardiotoxic
I
in
feel that your
nature.
interpretation of proof and my interpretation of proof.
Well, do you know more than this professor? Are you smarter than Dr. Peter McCullen?
I don't know what you're showing me. You've shown me.
Well, take it off me and read it then. That's what a cop is supposed to do. Take your
What
time.
you've presented to me so far has been evidential.
Right, let me tell you something now. That proves that the jabs are cardiotoxic.
And where is that directly evidence
submit
sent
my
to
opinion.
you, or can it be found
My
online?
opinion is-
Honestly, if you guys don't know this, right, you shouldn't be wearing
Okay,
uniform.
Dale.
We're 4 years in.
That's
now.
your
The
opinion. I
first
appreciate
line, I'd like to
that,
draw
but
you
Just,
to the
just give you a
attention
bit
of
of
your
a-
documents. Submit my opinion.
Or if you want more evidence, whatever.
He's
I'm
professional.
currently helping,
Yes, but
personally
opinion
helping,
is the same.
18
And that's
people who are either
the issue.
serving or serve.
Right, so when he's
that are
telling
severely
you,
injured
right, that it's
from
my
shots, one of them
opinion that
like
because this
offences
guy's had
for
3
4
jabs
times a day,
and he's now
or
got
goes to coma and
AIDS,
die, I'm
vaccine-induced
physically helping
autoimmune
him.
deficiency
Mental health.
syndrome.
My aunt
It may be an
died 3
opinion,
hours
it's an
after
opinion of a
four-shot,
world-renowned
three-shot
expert.
in the air ambulance.
So why does your
That's
opinion
something
trump
that's
that?
My mum
Are you a
was
world-renowned
diagnosed with
expert?
What is his
psoriasis.
opinion?
Because he's world renowned.
My family
It's about lack of knowledge or willing to inform yourself and look at the evidence from these experts.
You know, this guy is a world renowned guy, and you're still saying that's not going to.
life you can imagine, and police.
Okay, well, you give me an opinion of someone that can trump that then.
I don't know if
I've
the
had
context
three
of
separate. I've had three separate. Sorry, Dale. Can I speak?
Just keep camera on. Sorry,
I've had three separate people with different information.
I just said this stuff, so I said we need to stop flooding.
Because it's a lot. People have
Steve, I watch Steve.
So would you agree
Like,
then? Because we have, and again, this is why we have a rule.
very head
Oh, okay.
I can sit here, I can take a position.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's all about being